Yesterday, the Super Eagles had their first outing in the AFCON qualifiers. We got to see how things panned out. Even though we did have a moment of some heart palpitations when we went down, but they were still able to come back and a come from behind win of 2-1 against Sierra Leone. Right here in the studio, we have our very own in-house sports analyst. That is Adeni Ajishafe, and we will be talking Super Eagles. Good morning, Adeni.
Yes, good to have you.
It's always nice. It's always nice to have you on the show.
Of course.
And to discuss sports.
Let's talk sport.
Exactly.
This smile is different from the one we had the last time we failed to qualify for the World Cup. Everybody came into this.
That one was a kind of
it was a disaster for everybody. It's good. We are starting on a very refreshing note with regards to the AFCON qualifiers. But can you take us through what you saw yesterday?
Well, despite the fact that a lot of Nigerians were not too happy with the performance of Eagles, but the main thing at stake was the fact that we got the 3 points. We needed that 3 points and also to warm themselves back to the heart of Nigerians. Well, that game, for me, it beats lackluster. I didn't see them really showing any extra difference to what happened against Ghana. In fact, I would say to some extent we're lucky. Sierra Leone stars came out against us. They really came out. They said they would shock us, and they nearly shocked us. For the fact that, number one, yes, let's make an excuse for the pitch, which everybody we saw that really.
So what was the problem with the pitch?
Number one, the pitch was okay after that Nigerian-Ghana game. And I see the whole thing started when I think Kano Pillars was banished to Abuja and all that, and it was used for domestic league matches. Which I will call maybe it was, they didn't see that coming, LMC and all that actually took them to Abuja. But let's not even blame anyone now, that's happened. But I want to say that for the little time, maybe something will have been done to maybe if they can we fix?
Put it in good shape.
If we know that, okay, we saw this stadium, rather the pitch has been like this, why don't we just try to talk to CAF? Does it mean there is any other pitch in Nigeria that we can play football? Is it only in Abuja? We have Uyo there, we have Benin. We can at least, okay, talk to CAF. Okay, look at the pitch. Although by the time, as at that time that CAF came, it was okay.
So but what is wrong with pitch management at the expense of digressing a little? We see league matches in Premiership happen every week, sometimes every 3 days.
Yeah, and it's still
and
intact.
The pitch, is it that the Kano Pillar people came in with cutlasses after the games to how on the grasses?
Number one,
yes.
You know, in sport, we have sport facility management. And really, the way we run things here, really, we just have to change things. Number one, a lot of people just look at the performance of athletes. They don't look at what are those things.
Enabling environment.
Enabling environment. A pitch, a football pitch or a track, a tartan track needs to be taken care of by the facility manager who will always see that, okay, this particular infrastructure is in place every time.
Yeah.
So we need something like that. That maintenance culture, we really need it in Nigeria, especially when it comes to sport. You'll be wondering, the same stadium built 2003 or thereabout. Look at how the stadium is looking with so much money put into that structure or infrastructure. So we need to maintain the fact that, this edifice alone can turn. Do you know that that stadium has a lot of equipment or whatever you want to call it, that even some stadium abroad will be like, wow, if you can have this.
Yeah, we've seen.
Understand?
You recall the visit of the Brazilian team that opened. When they came here, they were marveled. That is a footballing nation, marveled at that infrastructure. But let's go back to football. We saw the performance. Was it more about the Eagles not being sure of how the reception would be, or they were still carrying the disappointment and the pains of the last match? I mean, because
maybe playing behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors.
A lot of factors. Number one, let's even look at it. They are professionals, either closed door, either behind bars, whatever you want to call it. But the fact is, these are professionals. They know the business. Okay, let's play this game. Yes, it might have some effect that, no fans will help them. When fans was there to the brim, what happened? So that should be in their psyche that, when Nigerians came all out to support us in January, thereabout, we didn't do well. now that no Nigerian is here just because of the effect of that game. Let's prove them wrong. By doing what? By beating them. Somebody was even saying, we should be able to beat them 3-0, 4-0. Why Leone Stars were saying they will shock us. And they scored first. And you look at the game, the entirety of that game, Sierra Leone were never, they didn't show that they were scared or they were like, oh, this is Nigeria, that fear factor. No, they didn't respect us. They came out. They came out to play their game. In fact, like I said earlier, we were lucky that game ended 2-1. It could have been 2-2 or 3-3 because both sides had their chances. You understand? And you look at, yes, this is the first competitive match of Jose Pizarro. And, well, here and there, you could say, okay, maybe there was no holding central midfielder. The game was, the mid was a bit broken. Nobody to pass the ball. Sime was just running around. When I watched that game, I was like, okay, yes, we have a gangling striker, but who will actually give that pass? Moses Simon tried the 2 goals we scored. It was actually from the connection of Moses Simon Olaina for the second goal, and the one he gave to Alexi Iwobi. But you look at, we need to do something about our goalkeeping department. Uzoho lost concentration at that moment when that pass was given to Jonathan Morse, who scored via header. You look at what happened. What happened? And then the other ones that Sierra Leone could have scored. What happened to Uzoho? Is it that he actually lost focus, or was he just being...
So for is it safe to say right now that we do not have a number 1?
Well, not even number 1. We need to work. Maybe they should give a chance to those, the home base and the goalkeeper from Israel. We have 2 other goalkeepers that are actually Adeyinka and also Adebayo there, about 2 of them, one in Nigerian league and one from Israel. Give them the chance.
So what has happened to Maduka?
And Maduka says he's not, for now, he's not coming. It's not as if he's backing out from playing for Nigeria. But, you know, after that Nigerian-Ghana match, a lot of attacks on social media, and the young man felt, well, let me just stay back and get myself, which is understandable. And for Daniel Akpeyi, for now, I think the issue of trying to sort out his contract and all that. But for Uzoho, you have the chance now. Prove it to Nigeria that, yes, that Ghana goal was not a free goal. It was a mistake. I can do it again by being
But it's obvious.
1.
It's just obvious that he's not good enough.
For now, I don't know what's wrong with Uzoho. I think
no, we need to be honest with ourselves.
Yes.
The guy is not good enough.
Wrong.
Really, we need to say
That's why I said they should allow the other 2 goalkeepers. Let's see what they can do. It's just that maybe the fear that, this is a competitive tournament. This is qualifier. Let's not. If we don't try, we won't get.
Absolutely.
Who knows?
If we don't try, we won't get. Football is an emotional discussion for every Nigerian. If we allow this to roll, we may have to eat up into other precious time. It's been a pleasure talking to you, Adeni, and bringing us all that update. We will continue to monitor situations until such a time where we develop the confidence to go and watch the Super Eagles.
On Monday.